I mean to cut you off. Hey guys, if anyone's out there, I'm here with Aussie James, actually in my house. Say g'day, and he's fallen in love with my little puppy. And we got Brody, the master, Brody Walker over there in Singapore.
Morning.
He's going to talk some Toltoys. So let's just chew the fat for a few minutes and hopefully get a couple of people. Look at that, we got 8 on board. So that's a good start. My record for concurrent YouTube viewers is 12. So I think we're going to smash that today. But we shall see. So who wants to start? I'll send it to James. I'm right here. Marcus, how are you, mate? Can you guys see the chat as well when people pop it up?
No.
If you make the window, just minimize the window, make it 3/4 or something, you'll see the chat on the right. Otherwise, I can just call out. All right. No, good comments. Just the right, just the right. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So we've got a couple of people on, Marcus. Can you see it, Brody?
I can. Yeah, I've gone to the comments, so I can see the 2 Marcuses.
Those people say, feel free to do whatever. Say hello to anyone. So look, let's go over to James. James is in my house here. I'm currently selling his collection on consignment, and this is my idea. Just have a bit of a Toltoys chat. And I was just saying to the boys now, I've done a lot of buying and selling on Facebook, and it's becoming I think it's becoming very cold, and it's all about buying and selling. So I'm just trying to bring it more educational and social and have some fun. So James, take it, mate.
Morning, everyone. How are you, Mo?
So James, why are you selling your collection, man? Come on, man. I can see you don't want to. I'm having fun doing it.
Just that for too long, unloved. I've talked about displaying, selling doubles, selling triples for far too long and not done anything. The final house move sort of broke me as far as having display space. So
yeah.
And you made it easy, basically. It was just, rip the Band-Aid off quick, come load the car up and see how you go. And
it's flying along, mate.
4 carloads later, 4.5 carloads later.
It's flying along. Yeah, cool, man. It's been a lot of fun selling this stuff. It's going very fast. You had no chance of setting that up, mate. I'm just telling you, the amount of stuff you had absolutely no chance of getting that anywhere. You would need a bloody story house.
I got half displayed at one point.
Did you really?
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
That's
organised, displayed.
That's crazy. All right, Brady, I'll send it over to you in Singapore, mate. Say g'day.
G'day, guys. Good to see everyone. Thanks for hosting this chat. Derek?
Most welcome, mate. You had to be here. I've got a bit of an item to show at the end, which I think you're going to appreciate. So I thought it'd be cool to have you here. And I thought we'd pick your brain a bit with some Toltoy stuff. I know everyone likes information from yourself and a few other gurus. So Marcus, why aren't you saying hello to me, mate? Individually saying hello to everyone else, but not me, man. Where's the love? Hey guys, everyone, Paul, everyone said hello, Marcus. All right, where should we start? You want to talk about Glenn's in the house too. Why do you want to start? With one of your items, James? What do you want to talk about, mate?
I'm not sure. So we just jumped straight to the desktop.
All right. He's brought a couple of Bomber Toltoys items just to go through, and if we've got time, we'll get through as much as possible. Or if people are bored, if people are bored, we won't. But I'll take my puppy. You go over the Grail cam. So I've got a little mini camera set up over near the toys. I might send that to the main screen. There we go. So James is on Grail cam here.
All right, so cracked out the New Zealand desktop. Not sure how this is going to show, but you can see maybe there's New Zealand there.
Yeah.
The instructions with the Kiwi address. The main difference to these is the base. So as you can see, Toltoys, and the Australian version, where that's printed and says Palatoy, there's a Toltoy sticker over that. So that's the difference between the Kiwi and the Aussie. And of course, the main box itself is what they refer to as the board game opening style, which has the top and plain bottom. And that's that.
I've not seen the New Zealand. Have you seen the New Zealand one, Brody? Oh, you probably got
I've
one.
seen them. Don't have one, but that one's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good condition.
So so it's even got some of the little windows that were punched out from the pieces.
All right.
Not them, but just a couple. You don't usually see them because obviously they were
Yeah,
rubbish.
Did the New Zealand one come with the little stands as well? The 6 stands?
Yes. So nothing distinguishes them from the Toltoy or Australian Toltoys one. Now they're almost identical to the 1-inch stands you can buy now, the Star stands. This morning, Derek had a pile of the modern stands just sitting on his desk, and an original one in there. I'm not sure you'll be able to pick it up, but you look at the very base of the peg, around the peg on the modern ones, you can vaguely see a ring around it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That's just start stand. Every time I've got stands all over my house. Every time I get one, I chuck them in the bag, and every now and then I find a Toltoys one, the Death Star one.
All right, so that's that.
So this is actually coming up for sale, guys, and I'm actually happy to sell it right now. Do a claim, yeah?
Oh, don't say that.
There's going to be 2 items for sale exclusively on this video. This is number 1. So this is a beautiful condition NZ Toltoys Death Star. It's 5K Aussie plus post, whatever that post is. So exclusive. If you're watching this video live, you get first dibs at it. It's complete. It's just got a little bit of tape repair on a couple of the corners, or is it all? There's only 2 corners.
There is. So there is. Every corner's got some tape on there. Very oldly yellow tape. But it's certainly not perfect. But I haven't seen a better Kiwi one. Yeah, and I'm sure there is another one out there in better condition. But
I've never had one in my hands, but I've only seen a couple got for sale. The NZ one,
obviously uncracked cockpit. Base piece.
Just 2 live claims, Paul. This is one of them. Just a bit of a bonus for watching.
All the clips. There's bare clips as well.
Yeah. What would you say the scarcity compared to the Aussie Toltoys would be on this one?
I'd say 10 to 1.
10 to 1? Yeah, I was going to have that 5. But yeah, hey, that's even
5 to 10, yeah.
Yeah, cool. 10 to 1 better than 5 to 1.
That's just a guess.
Yeah. Very nice,
I had a really interesting question on the material used for the guns versus the X-Wing. James, you'll probably know that.
Sorry, repeat that.
Material.
The guns for X-Wing versus Toltoys versus Death Star. The difference.
They are identical. I've only, coming off memory, there's mold identifiers on the inside of the guns. I believe there's letters and numbers. If I've got this back to front, oops. Believe the numbers may be more associated with the Palatoy X-Wing from the limited quantities I've seen, dozens or so at a time. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but yeah, other than that, they're identical. Yeah.
Very nice. All right, let me get you going on the dewback. So this is the other belting piece that's also going to be a claim here. I'll let James talk on it, but this is a killer item. I think there's only 4 known, roughly.
So all we're looking at is that lovely little sticker just there. I believe Ryan Blue Dog spotted it on eBay, maybe, and let me grab it, so to speak. Yeah, so I had a few people over the years try and grab it off me, but I thought it'd stay in my collection forever. But forever is now. So yeah, it's up for sale. I've got no idea how to price it. That's why it's Derek's job.
Yeah, well, I'm going for Same as the Death Star, 5K AUD on that guy. It's nice condition. It's got a bit of veining and stuff like that. I don't think it's got any tape repair. I might leave it fucking. Yeah, the initial tape has got some yellowing and it's dried up, as you can see there, which obviously happens with this older tape. But there's no tape repair on any of the corners or anything like that. Oh, and it does come with a beautiful dewback. Obviously, that's you're not paying for the dewback, but it's a beautiful dewback with perfect range, etc. So that comes in there. I mean, $5,000, and yeah, you get your $200 dewback with that as a bonus. But yeah, so you're obviously paying for the box, but it's really nice condition. And like I said, I think it's only 4 or 5, Brody. What you probably know better than me. 4
Yeah,
or 5,
I mean, I've seen about that. Yeah, it's very, very
this
rare.
is one of those already been counted, so quite nice condition. Anyway, that's up for grabs. So 5K Aussie plus post. If you can message me or whatever on Facebook, whatever, we'll figure it out. Yeah, cool. I'll pop that over here. What do we look at next, James? Or are you going to get something?
Yeah, I'll grab that.
All right, James is going to get something. He wants to flash out. So, anyone got any questions or want to ask these gurus? Well, we got him anything? Got him here? Ask him anything? You're not asking me. I'm just a chump got the hosting. I'm not the Toltoys guru. I'm here to absorb knowledge like you guys. He's pulling out the cardboard, the serious cardboard. So I see Graham McClellan's also jumped the bond there, looking at me. I haven't thrown him on stage yet. I'll just chuck him on. Hang on a sec. Graham, say a quick g'day. Eating your breakfast?
Morning, guys. How are we doing?
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, James. Morning, Brody.
How's it going?
We boys all have to catch up for a beer soon.
Yeah, it's
We were
not
actually talking about that before.
10, 12. Coffee now, beer later, you know?
All right. I grabbed out some card backs. This was, I don't know, my focus run for many years, attempting to get every Australian card back that wasn't on a Star Wars card. And from memory, it was about 126 or so. Brody, do you know?
I have no idea, but that sounds good.
On the lines of, so there's 50 known Nenum cards. There's the 6 47 back debut ones, and a dozen to 20 of the other few offers from memory.
And then you've got all the coin sticker offers that you just can't count because you just don't know what's out there, right?
Yeah, no. So this is just printed.
Printed offers.
Cardbacks. Yeah. So because stickers could be forever amounts. So the survival kit is only interesting bit, I think.
I'll just jump in for 2 secs. James says he's selling his entire collection, but the way he's hanging on to these card backs, it doesn't look like he's giving me them anytime soon for sale. I had a few people ask me when the card back's coming up, but you look at his eyes and the grip he's got on them. It's not going to be just yet.
People ask me as well, and I'm just going, Derek has to sell everything that's modern junk and other stuff.
He'll get there.
So, survival kit offers. The Leah Bespin is very sought after because it doesn't appear as a Kenner card. I didn't bring that with me. The interesting to me anyway is they are all Kato, apart from Yoda, and Yoda being the odd one out as well, being the only Smile produced figure. Unfortunately, this example doesn't have the top bit, but so Oculus at the front as well, which makes that extra special, I think, as far as the survival kit offers go. Then there was the display arena. There are a few really nice cut cards in there from the cut card lot we found locally that had heaps of amazing Australian proof-like cards, basically, which included Ninum, Jawa as well. Obviously, that's just a non-Aussie, so to speak. That's the 6th debut on 47 bucks. Just need a couple of upgrades in there, but that probably won't happen now. And then Nino Muffin. Lucky they're mine.
Can we say about not dropping stuff on the live?
Bundle into Return of the Jedi. And
This is the only way I get to touch them at the moment. Throw them on my lap.
the ESB and Star Wars figures. Yep. And then some randomness as far as stickers, price stickers. So Toy World, Myers, Coles, Reeds, more Myers, some Big W, Wonderlands, I think we were talking about before.
Have you got a Bambi toys?
Who?
Bambi? That
I
would be
don't
more.
believe so.
I wanted. Someone said they had a Bambi one. I wanted a Bambi.
Bones somewhere as well, which I thought was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
Bones is cool.
Which I don't seem to have one here. This one's Chapman's from Mount Gambier, and this would have been really late down the piece because it was only 59 cents.
Chapman's. They were in WA, weren't they?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
This one's up at
Bones is WA, right?
Bones was, yeah. That was pre my takeover. I forget what year it was. If you guys, I'm sure most of you know, there's a bit of a high-profile sale that a lot of people like to give crap to. He dropped some stuff in a live auction this week, so that's a bit of a hot topic at the moment. So we're joking around earlier saying, let's not drop any Aussie Grails today, and James has already done that. Thankfully, it was a great job.
so it's just a few of the Toltoys ones.
That's a lovely case.
And then I don't know what the story is with the Australian 2-pack where they stuck them together. Or to get rid of stock, I believe.
I'm going to pinch that on it.
So there's another matching, looks rather phallic. That's just how it goes. And
That's why you've kept them.
funnily enough, those got separated at one point, and Mr. Naylor kindly allowed me to reunite these two. I think finding two specific card backs that go together, sort of out in the wild, so to speak, was very cool.
That's
And
insane.
it also happens to have the lovely pinky stick on the side.
That's a ridiculous piece. Do you guys know what retailer stuck them together? Does anyone know?
That's a question for Paul, I'm sure. Paul and Ben will know that. And I'm not even sure if it's just one retailer, but yeah, these guys I'm sure can comment.
That's crazy. They stuck them together, and were they on the hanger?
Yeah, so some of them you can actually see where it's been punched through.
That's crazy. Can I have a quick look at that
Definitely
hanger?
at the end of the Empire line to just move stock, right?
Yeah. That's bloody cool. Sorry, I just want to have a look at this one.
Yeah.
So, which one did Paul allow you to have? Which one did you have?
I believe he let me buy the Stormtrooper back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Crazy.
Oh, we did a trade for a couple along those lines.
Sick piece. And that was, were they shrink wrap or just tape?
No, it's just that glue.
Yeah.
That hot glue.
Has anyone ever turned one of them up with a price tag? Like, with a retail price tag on it?
There are some, at least one that's still mock. Or
Yeah.
mock. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it's got a price on there.
Oh, crazy. Here we go. Paul's on it. Venture to John Davies, etc. I never ever saw that in Western Australia. And I did a lot of toy store hunting.
All right. Everyone got Matt's Kiwi cardback book. I'm sure there's copies still out there available. It was pretty cheap.
Yeah,
I always try to support Star Wars authors, publishers. So great book. Certainly a lot cheaper than attempting to buy or own one using a cardback. You can have pictures of all of them and the cool upside down pyramid bubbles, etc.
Jump in for a sec. That was on Amazon for $20. That book. It's killer. I've got it as well. It's a great book. $20. Can't get it wrong. Like maybe 25.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant book.
So full size pictures. Yeah.
I'll put up a link to that in the description when this video when it gets posted to my channel later on. Hey Matt G. Oh, there he is. Yeah. It's about $20, isn't it? $25. It's not expensive, is it? And Matt's on board.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Free play. And then just the few Kiwi cards that I have. So they are smaller. You can see that. And it's lined up perfectly at the bottom. And we got little shrunken cards.
That's the only difference in the size, isn't it?
Size, the card stock feels different. And it's this matte type, similar to most of the made in Mexico and Spanish type cards. So that's the Kiwi 21 backs.
I'll look at that later for a second.
Sure, that's the standard one.
Oh,
I'm using
I'll
it
put
as
it down
an
later.
example. Yeah. And you can see maybe the remnants of what they call a pyramid bubble, or because it's got that big step up the top there. And there you can see that big step as well. But this is on the 32 back, assuming because it was such a tall figure, they needed that little extra bump.
And that's a bloody nice condition back.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a white Espen guard, I think, in similar condition. So those ones are bigger, but they don't fit in. I think.
Yeah, it's bigger too, man.
Yeah. They've also got the stuff I like to look at, unique punches. Obviously, that one's hard because it's unpunched. But yeah, they have their own Kiwi punches as well as Kiwi bubbles.
Paul, I look forward to your book, mate. It would be crazy.
All right, let's make for a bit.
That's some lovely NZ backs. Any questions for James, guys, or for Brody? Use them while they're here. They know everything. Or for Paul, he's here as well. You can ask him a question if you want. Oh, sure. It's too early to pull a Grail out of the thing. Let's have a look what else you got here, mate. What's Grailish in here? What's typical?
No, that's really nothing. But I'm going to make.
I'm just going to quickly show one. It's not that much of a Grail, but it's pretty cool. It doesn't pop up that often. I've only had a couple of them. The Adventures, the R2 board game. This is the Toltoys version with that stunning, beautiful blue.
They were available in Singapore.
Ah, there you go. Did you see these, Brody?
I haven't seen them there. Here,
Yeah.
sorry. The other one comes up quite a bit here, though.
Yeah. So this is really cool. I've seen the other version of it, but I never saw this at retail. I don't think it's worth a whole lot, but it's just cool. It's a bit different. A lot of weird Toltoy stuff, like a bit sort of niche stuff, like jigsaw puzzles and things like that, and funky stuff. All right, I'll give you back to James.
No, only 2 seconds.
No.
Speaking of random things, Does anyone recognise that?
LCD Shark. Yeah, some wicked. No.
Yeah, sell that for me.
Is that all you're going to say? I get the factory. I have no idea what it is. You going to tell us what it is?
It's an old, original, like Donkey Kong era.
Oh, okay. That's not
game.
Toltoys.
No, it's not Toltoys.
Man, what are you doing with me? I thought you had something Toltoys LCD game gem, but
No, false alarm.
it's awesome.
This is definitely Toltoys. If I was more organised, I'd get it to make noise.
Oh man, I
Does anyone remember these air blaster type toys?
actually had someone asking me about them the other day. Ian Goff, you're not around, eh? You asked me about these bad boys. Toltoys one.
That's a Toltoys one. Again, from memory, I think they were called something else. You know, like the Poms called some models were Airfix and
Oh yeah,
what was the other brand? Airfix and
the NPC one though.
yeah, exactly. So Airfix was UK and NPC was America, or vice versa. And I'm pretty sure,
He's talking about these things. Is yours by that?
yes, they are.
This is an interesting flap where you pump it up. It's upside down, but it's the flap covers not a window. Normally something like that covers a window. That's really cool. I'm hoping Ian Goff has a look at that. He was talking about these things. I actually remember it now. Ah, where? It's a bit of play too, isn't it?
I remember as a kid getting the shit scared out of me out of sleep over and
That's a pretty good run for a little pump.
There you go.
And the bloody kids are today playing their stupid iPhone apps when you could have had something like that, you know what I mean? No good, mate. Having said that, hide that from my son, man, because he'll probably come over and start ripping it over in the back. The commercials, oh yeah. Paul says, you remember the TV commercials for these things? Glenn's got a question. Anyone answer? Actually, hang on. Yeah, go answer Glenn's question. What was the first Star Wars figures you got?
I know what my last one was Greedo of all things. For whatever reason, I couldn't find him carded till Return of the Jedi run. And my collecting ended at 77 back. You know, this last 17 stuff.
Brody, you first?
Actually, you would believe my first and my last was a B-wing pilot on a Jedi card. I came to the party very late, and it was a birthday present from my auntie.
Nice. My first figures were IG-88 and Dengar, and cop this story. I didn't really like Star Wars that much. I was very young. My brother made me write to Santa Claus, honestly, and ask for those two figures because he didn't have them. So I got bloody mixing cards.
Oh.
That was in pre-primary. So you had to, your parents would buy the toy, bring it to the school, and then they'd give it to you. Santa would give it to you. So I'm at bloody school and I get two Minton cards that I don't even want given to me by Santa Claus. And I'm 5 years old, whatever kindy age was, like ridiculous, eh? And then he'd go ahead and bribe me.
Story. I've got to use that story next time when Mark's.
He'll deny it. He'll deny it. And then he had a beta case with all the figures in it. And then for some reason, I don't know why I bit at this, he'd say, if you don't do this, whatever you want him to do, or get him something. If you don't do it, your figure's out of the beta case. And for some reason, I jumped. And I'm like, I don't want my figures not to be in the beta case. His beta case. So I couldn't keep my own figures. This is later in the piece when I actually like Star Wars. So he's bribing me to do things so my figures are safe in his case. And this ball bloody buys it. Like, what a retard. How stupid am I, mate? Genius from him, I guess, but unbelievable. I think Paul had a question for, where was it? for Brody. Where was it? I've lost it. Tour dates for you, mate. Is after.
Yeah, well, I'm actually coming back this month, so I'll be in Perth on the 25th, and then down in Albany, but then Canberra, I think from the 3rd to the 9th, and then Brisbane 9th to the 11th. Unfortunately, won't be able to make the Melbourne Toy Fair in Melbourne this time due to other circumstances. So, but hopefully I can catch up with a few of you, even if it's quickly for a coffee or something.
So when you actually come metro, or you Albany the whole time?
So when I fly in, I'll probably hire a car. So I'll be in Perth for a few hours that morning if anyone's around. Otherwise, I'll go straight down to Albany.
Oh, yeah, cool. I reckon we should organise a coffee or something. Definitely.
Airport coffee.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
It's a Friday morning, so if you guys aren't in the office or whatever, then happy to drive in.
What date was it again?
25th of July.
Okay. I'm sure we can sort something out. It'd be worthwhile. I've only met you once, man. Remember that was in quite a while ago in Mulhouse.
It was a while ago now, yeah.
Yeah. Did a catch up in Mulhouse and Woodvale. All the people from the Aussie Vintage, probably about 20, 30 people. There's actually a really good night. I think that's the first and last time I met you. A whole heap of people were there.
At your house, yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone ever see Matt Elliott? The game?
I have heard from him.
Yeah. How is he?
He's all right. He's doing his being a school teacher.
Teaching, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He threatened to come visit one day, except I was out, so missed out.
Yeah, nice.
I think he
any
goes
other
to time I was in town, but sometimes he heads down to Albany or Denmark for Christmas. So I think that was the last time I saw him, which was about 12 months ago now.
We used to call him the Gimp, but I can't remember why. Something about something. He used to always send a screenshot about a suit or something, didn't he? Pulp Fiction kind of Gimp suit. All right, I think James is fetching something else. I want to ask about Waltons. I've been reading up. I watched your last one. Well, it wasn't your last one, but I watched your Australian panel one with Mark and Ben. And you guys touched on that a bit. And it wasn't in WA, so I know very little about it. It actually only came to light to me recently. But do you know much about that, Brody? They're pretty cool stuff. They were throwing in figures and all kinds of stuff, weren't they?
Yeah, so I think they had like some kind of reciprocal partnership with one of the big stores in the US as well. I don't know if it's Sears or the other one, but it was an East Coast store that did. I guess it was also looking to move older stock, so they would effectively have these special offers for any of the box items, and it'd generally be a figure thrown in. Like literally, they'd cut open, as I understand it, cut open the box, or the tape off the box, and throw the figure in. It wouldn't be carded, wouldn't be baggied, and I don't think it would come with a weapon either. So it was very, very funny way of doing it. But then Paul will know even more about this. Like, correct me if I'm wrong on any of that.
But were they big or were they in small stores? Like
Waltons?
Yeah. Was it a big chain or not really?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, it was a department store. So it was, I think, primarily in New South Wales and Victoria. But yeah, I could be wrong again on that.
All this cool stuff. A lot of the cool stuff didn't come in WA, sadly.
Yeah, I mean, the same with the pink and black offer stickers. I don't think reached WA either.
I never saw one.
Yeah, and so
What do you think your last figure? Our last figure, because we had pretty much everything, this is including the Jedi figures, were bloody Red Snaggletooth and Death Star Droid. We could not find them. I don't know whether they were scarce in Australia, those two figures. We could not find them to save our lives. And we used to get everywhere. And we used to ask the toy department to go through boxes. We used to rifle through boxes everywhere. Everyone knew us. We were like these really annoying children. Really annoying children that took their toys too seriously. And never found those two figures. What do you got now? We'll think some money backs here. Come on, James. Talk to me.
Come off bank ones. I think I'm missing one.
R2?
I can't remember which one. And I'm not sure if these are actually variants. But we have 77 Vader, which has Commonwealth Bank embossed in there and painted silver bits. The '80 version looks identical, other than obviously the year. And then the 83 is unpainted and just says Darth Vader down the bottom.
Is the 83 Mosquito on the last one you looked at? Or they're similar?
I have no idea. So the white ones are 80. And the blue ones are 77. I'm just guessing I might be missing an 83 R2. If you've got one, let us know. If you want any, hit Derek up.
And James, how rare are these to find? Like, you see them pop up every now and again, but just specifically colours or variants, some are quite rare.
Don't really know. It was just one of those things that I always keep an eye out for. As far as the light blue versus normal blue R2, I can't remember which one, but one was you don't see as often. But again, like I said, I don't know if it's just fading or sat in salt water.
That couldn't be fading. It's so uniform.
Yeah. It is very uniform, but I do tell people just because shit's uniform doesn't mean it isn't degrading.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
I count it as a variant.
Yeah. I'm just trying to... I've sold only one of these in my time, and I can't remember which colour blue it was. What?
Then there was the Adam Joseph money boxes. So that's the 6 there. Gamguard being sometimes associated with Australian release. I'm not sure why or how that came about, other than we seem to be a dumping ground of...
Is that Aussie, that box?
No. So there's one Piggy money box. No stopper, again, if you want one.
No box though, right?
No box. No, that's it by itself. Something of interest to me, probably to nobody else.
Yeah.
So the Canadians also had the money boxes, and they look the same, but they're not. They have slightly different stoppers. It's a slightly different plastic. Yeah, you'd safely assume the Canadian one's a little bit harder to find.
Is that loose, the Canadian? That you
Yeah, so Lucy's a Canadian. There's a opened but still in its box.
I sold a loose box Canadian a couple of years ago, but it had a crack. The cellophane was cracked. Should have cracked it open. I didn't know it was any different to the actual.
Yeah,
bank was different. But you learn. You never know. All this stuff is so much. It's insane. Eddie, mate, hello.
He got on, did he?
Comments. White R2 is a printed blue.
Yeah, welcome, Eddie.
Details variation. Okay. White R2 has a printed details variation.
Oh, nice. There you go.
It's good
what
to have.
year is it?
What year is that, Bob? Eddie, mate, we haven't seen each other for a while. I think I'm due for a trip to Sydney or Melbourne or something for a few brewskis with you guys. Been a long time.
I like Pat's idea of doing a Toltoys meet up in Sydney. That's great. Just got to get you lazy Perth boys over to the East Coast.
Oh, I'm more than happy to do it.
I was actually talking about James. I didn't want to call it out, but I will.
Well, mate, all this money you're going to have from your collection, I reckon I can get you on a plane.
All right, so meet up in Thailand.
Oh, we can do that too. All right. Any other questions? Because otherwise I'm going to go to hit the question mark box. Are you guys ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. So I'll build it up a little bit. I'm pretty sure that this is not being seen apart from myself and the person who found it for me. I didn't find it. I'm going to do an entire video on how this was found. It was like fluke.
Go on, cut it on live TV.
No, I don't think it's folded very gently, so I didn't have to play with it. I've got a pretty bad habit of dropping blades on YouTube, so I didn't want to muck around with the blade. So, yeah, so this is an Australian item. I'm 100% sure that no one's ever seen this item. It's spoken of. I've probably dropped a couple of clues through this video, but I try not to be too obvious about what it is. But let's delve in. So this is 100% a world first. So if you're here, you're witnessing history.
Brody's Death Squad Commander.
No, it's not the Death Squad. It's not your mock Death Squad Commander. Now, I'll give you a clue. It's in a box. Does that help anyone? It's now in an acrylic box.
Ooh.
What is it, James? Do you know what you think it is?
It's a Tauntaun.
What do you think it is, though? What's so good about this Tauntaun?
I reckon there's some special sticker on there somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Promise.
Red gloves? I was going to wear red gloves.
Oh, okay. Aha.
Oh, no, that was... Sorry. Sunnies. I didn't see gloves.
I had a pair of gloves I was going to wear for this monumental occasion, but never mind. I won't take it out of the acrylic. But you know what it is, Brody?
I can take a very good guess at what it is. Yes. That's great.
Oh, Walton's Atlas Spain.
Right. And I think I know where it's come from, too.
That was it. Double upper.
Yeah, that's lovely. Very nice
And
condition.
it's got a Walton sticker
Of
on
course.
it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that this is one of the things we were debating is if those special offer stickers only came from Waltons, which it seems like they do. And I've spoken to Paul, Ben, everyone agrees, I think. Well, we can't not confirm it, right? So Waltons is exclusive with that sticker, it seems, but we're here to be proven.
Condition of this box is so nice that I thought it was reproduced. It's unbelievable. It's almost retail. It's ridiculous condition. I'm not going to take it out of the acrylic because I can't find this box, and I promise I wouldn't. But I've been hunting this for someone for about 10 to 12 years. A promise I made to an old friend, as Ben would say. And it fell in my lap. I'm going to tell the story about how it was found because I didn't find it. One of my good friends found it, and it was ridiculous. He was completely didn't know what he'd gotten, and yeah. So that's it. So this is the one you talk about. The only unknown example was a small cutout, wasn't there, on a piece of Brody, a cutout or something?
Originally it was just a cutout of the front.
Now I'll tell you what. So I have opened it. And I'm not going to do it right now, but I've opened it. It's got interior cardboard. It's Tauntaun, Luke Hoth, and Han Hoth are immaculate condition, like unplayed with C9.5 plus dead mint. They're
not in baggies?
No baggies.
Okay.
They were just tossed in there loose with weapons. And
with weapons.
Untouched.
Okay.
I believe that when this was sold and this was found on eBay, or maybe 6 months ago, I can't remember how long it was. I believe the person that sold it on eBay opened it to check its contents because it's untouched. Otherwise, there's not even a little creases on the interior cardboard. So I believe the person that sold it on eBay took it out, took a photo, and put it back in. So I'm led to believe that, Waltons didn't, no baggies, and they just tossed them in. So how did they receive them? Did they rip them off cards? Do we know, or were they shipped a crap load of figures and weapons, and they just went? Who knows? That at least brings a little bit to light, but not all of it. It's very curious. What's your theory now, Brody, on how the figures are chucked in?
Yeah, I think it aligns to what you said. They just throw them in, they cut them open. They might have shipped, I don't know, the stickers and the Tauntauns and the figures all separately, and then they had to do them themselves. Who knows? But yeah. I mean, it's all hearsay, right? Paul know more than me, but very nice piece, though.
Yeah, no bag. I thought there was going to be some form of bag. I was hoping it was going to be a Toltoy baggie, like a little big bag or Walton, something like that. I it was going to be insane, but unfortunately that's not in there. But yeah. So obviously the initial offer is printed on there, obviously with open belly, and then the special offer is a sticker. But yeah. I mean, how many? I don't know how many just Walton's price tags you found are out there on box items in general, but to have that double offer on here, special offer sticker with Walton's price tag is yeah, something else, I reckon. Beast of an item. So like I said, there's going to be a video just on this. I'm definitely going to do a video with Paul as well because he's a bit of a guru, so he's hopefully going to fill in some gaps as well. But yeah, it's nice to piece together this history and hopefully put some information out there for people that was never out there. It's bloody awesome. I'm looking for these gloves now because I'm dying to take it out, but I can't find them. Alright, we're all good. No glove, no love, guys. These gloves are reserved for only the most gentle circumstances. James, don't get excited. He's over there getting pumped. I only pull these out for the rippers. All right, so I'm not dropping this. So it's in a beautiful Tauntaun acrylic. So honestly, the condition of the box is ridiculous. It's just like it's on just picked it off retail right now. So it's still tape seal here. And like you said, it's this is the interesting thing. This has got a large packing tape, and that's been slit, and then there's a small sticky tape over it. So I believe that's when the Waltons dude slid it, threw the figures in, and then resealed it. The side that the seller opened it from has just the large piece of sticky tape slit, and then he's also, when he's opened it, he's put the tiniest little rip in this corner, so he's just mumbled it and ripped it open real fast. So almost definitely, I believe that, yeah, Waltons have resealed it. So when he opened it, he just pulled it quickly. He didn't give it any kind of effort with getting that tab out to not rip it. Now, I'll put these in a baggie myself, but they were not in that baggie, the figures. But do you know anything about COOs? What COOs would have been available for Australia?
No, because they all produced at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
But you're right. I just looked up on Toltoys Kid. It was just one front cut.
Oh, well, there you go. So that's actually on there, is it? So I haven't read that. Interesting. So these figures are both no COR, I think. Well, my eyesight might be failing, but like, you know how hard it is to get a mint low cost, like just out of the box. And then so got obviously all the interior cardboard. Got this random little piece of two random little pieces of loose cardboard. Now that has not been touched. It's immaculate. So there's definitely no way that this was ever played with or unsealed for so long. Now I've looked at the paper. It's not Australian paperwork or anything like that, but I did expect it to be, I don't think. But then you got him here sitting spectacularly. So I don't think he's even come out of that little cardboard cutout hole for the interior cardboard, because there's no wear around that or any inkling of that have been moved. And it's just got that slightest discoloration of the open belly. It's really nice. One of the best Tauntauns I've ever seen, you know, for discoloration wise. So I don't think that's seen the light of day. And then you've got the instructions are untouched. Pretty much, it's got a bit of yellowing. Kind of a yellowing stain kind of thing, but other than that, they've just got that initial fold. So yeah, I'm convinced that this was open for the eBay sale of the item. Quickly show it again, but yeah, immaculate condition. You won't get a nicer actual loose Tauntaun itself. Hasn't even got the yellowing on the joint, which is super common with the old Tauntaun. So
It's got the right saddle. Two different saddles.
which saddle should it had? Come on.
I Open belly has a wide strap,
Yeah.
and closed belly has a.
I should know that, but I don't. Yeah, it's got the white strap. Yeah. There's so much information, man. You can't retain it all, eh? Well, you can, but yeah. So anyway, that's the Waltons double offer. I hope that was as rare as people were expecting. I'm not sure. A lot of people probably wouldn't understand the significance of it. That's why I was kind of asking a little bit on Walton leading into that. So this is the only known example of that box in its entirety anywhere in the world, which is bloody cool. And yeah, so
Hong Kong figures match up.
I'd love to know if they ripped them off cards and threw them in, or if they'll just shipped a ton of Lucy's and weapons. But very interesting. Hopefully another one pops up or someone else pops up. Now there is also a Wampa, isn't there, Brody? That double off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was that supposed to come with 2 figs?
Good question. I thought it was 1, but this has proved that if you can get 2 figures out of this one, then maybe it can with 2 figures, because there's 2 on the front. But we always
thought 2 Star Wars action figures on the sticker. What is the Wampa one? The sticker says 2 action figures.
Oh, okay, perfect. So the Wampa doesn't. The Wampa is just 3 action figure. So I think it's 1, and I think it's. I can't remember if it's Hanhoth or the Rebel Commander. Again, Paul can confirm. I need to check my one at home.
Interesting. That's bloody cool. So yeah, hopefully that didn't disappoint, guys. I know I was buzzing when it was found. Thank you, mate.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for sharing. Very nice.
I thought that had to be kind of shared with some like-minded people.
I'm sure people like Paul that are writing a book, if he doesn't have this, would probably request some nice photos of it too, if the buyer does not mind.
Most definitely.
Document everywhere.
If you're the owner of a Toltoys item that Paul doesn't own, yeah, you got to give him some photos
or sell it to
him. But yeah, he needs that to come out ASAP, man, because that's going to be it's Australian history. It needs to be told. I think it's I was just talking to Brody about this earlier. I think Toltoys is picking up steam, popularity, and whatnot. But a lot of people think it isn't, but I think it's hot. I think it's red hot, and I'm glad it is. Obviously, it's our country. Take them off now, James, so you can you can put it away now, buddy. You can put it away. All right, guys. So that was the big reveal. I'm happy to wrap it up unless you guys want to have a talk about anything else, any questions. So I'm just reading a couple of the last few. Selling new photos. Yeah, photos. You're going to charge Paul for photos, mate. They didn't give him for them. Paul's a good dude. Paul's drawn me a couple of bloody talented artist as well, mate. I must say. He drew me a spectacular photo of myself and my missus. I don't have it handy, but brilliant. Very fantastic artist. And I actually saw a little hand sketch you threw him on one of your boxes.
Yeah, the boobs.
Going through some of his boxes, there's a little note from Paul with the picture of this girl that was well hung upstairs. So he draws everything. All right, guys. Any more questions? Anything you want to chat about? I'm happy to call it, or you can keep going. I'm more than happy with anything. James?
No, I'm done.
Brody, got any questions? Want to show anything?
I would love to show something, but I don't have any in my collection here, and anything else I show, it would not be appreciated to this forum.
Yeah, fair enough.
YouTube unsafe.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yep.
One thing I was going to say, Derek, is that I'm hoping to have potentially my collection on show eventually by the end of the month when I'm down there. So we could potentially do another live stream when that's all set up. And it's been 25 years in the making.
Most definitely, man. They're pretty close to being set up then, so you'll have the time to finish it off when you're there.
I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that the cabinets turn up and everything's good. I have to build it all and then put it all in. Yeah. But yeah,
nice. Where are you getting your cabinets from?
Good question. I've forgotten the name of the company, but it's coming from Victoria. So the shipping is the same equivalent as 2 of the cases or 2 of the cabinets. It's insane. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm hoping the quality.
I got it. So sorry to interrupt. Mine was $70 shipping from Sydney, and it was a brilliant cabinet. I couldn't believe how cheap shipping was. So yeah, sorry, you go ahead. I just thought.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's really
shop fittings direct. It was. I think they're still going. I don't know if the cost has gone up, but yeah, I was stoked for that price of shipping.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you. I just had to spit that out. You go, mate. Yeah.
Not at
Shipping
all.
was.
Yeah.
For you.
No,
Yeah.
looking forward to being able to do it though. But yeah, I think like as James is kind of going through it now, like we've had all our pieces in storage for so long, and you don't enjoy it that way.
No, you
and
don't.
you back, you open up, you look at it, put it away again. And if you're going to spend this kind of money into a hobby or a passion that you're so into, that you need to be able to invest in some way to display it.
100%. This is my working office. I work from home, actual job, and also my toy stuff. And having that cabinet behind me, just at any point I can just pivot around and think, geez, how cool is that layer, or just anything. Like, you appreciate it so much. And if I go back 12 years, I was just saying it to James earlier, I had my Star Wars collection boxed up for probably 20 years, I reckon. And I had 2 figures I needed to get. I think it was 88 and Luke Hoth. And I was trying to find them. I looked on eBay, and then I stumbled upon the Australian Vintage Facebook group, the main one, Chris Edwards and yourself and whatnot. And I bought the last couple there, and then one thing led to another. I'm buying sandcrawlers and skips, and bloody went stupid going buying vehicles. And then next thing you know, I'm a bloody few years later, I'm a toy dealer, and I'm completely addicted. And I realised that it's in my blood and my veins, and there's no point in me trying to run away from it. Like, it's so good, mate, having them on display and enjoying them. And that's why I'm kind of doing this YouTube thing too, bring back the social aspect of it. It's such good fun. And if I can inspire yourself, I don't think I'm the one that inspired you to get your cabinets, but if I can inspire some other people to get their stuff set up and enjoy it, that's awesome, mate. That's what it's all about. And also, you can hopefully share it with the next generation, the kids and stuff. Because if we die and no one else wants it, then it's going to be worth jack, isn't it? Like, a whole bunch of old men that love these toys, but then the next generation couldn't care less. And not just will they have no one to give it to, they would no one to sell it to. No one's going to want it. Like, so you got to share it a bit with the kids if you can. It's not too much. My son will break it if it's not careful. So start with modern and the beaters, and that's it. Well, now I'm looking forward to seeing your collection, man. I'd love to do a live stream or something. That'd be brilliant. Who knows?
Okay.
Might even drop.
We can make it. Worst case, it's me pulling stuff out of a box to show on camera.
Yeah. Oh, mate, that's going to be better than nothing. Yeah, I'm just playing. See, we never. But Paul, with I'd probably imagine you've got a similar setup to James, where you've got a million items stacked up. It's stuff. It's not possible, is it? Like, how could you? And you reckon you nearly had it all up?
Half.
Jeez, like it's impossible. It would be something special, though. But you need a few bedrooms and a living room.
Yeah, level of a house.
Yeah, whole level. Jeez, that's crazy. Yeah. We'll do it, guys. It's well worth it. You'll enjoy it, and you're preserving it. And we can call it that. So thank you very much for joining, guys. I think I had over 20 people live, so that's my record. So thank you very much, guys. Brody, for coming from Singapore, mate. You're a legend. Appreciate it. I hope that Waltons thing made you happy.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing.
James, thank you, my man.
No worries. Thanks for
We're going to have some cool stuff. Yo. Do we know Mark Yo 024?
We do. That's a Singapore mark.
Mate, you come just for the death. We're about to call it. You can watch this whole thing. This whole stream will push over to my YouTube channel, so you can watch the whole thing. You missed the big unveiling, but yeah, go check it out. Oh, I've got a little YouTube star that wants to. You want to come say hello, Jumbo? No. My son normally jumps in my videos, but now he's shy. I think James is scared him off.
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you watching, and I'm going to try and do a few more of these things. I'd love to get Brody, Paul, people with crazy collections. People with small collections. It doesn't have to be a massive collection. Just someone that's passionate. That's all I care about. And share it around. Share the love. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Boys forever.
Bye, guys.
See you guys. All right. That's good.